Hi guys, I'm Jamie Macon and this is the husband. Today is another Chic for Cheap challenge hosted by Christy at Christy Creates and co-hosted by Megan at the Crafty Quinn. Thanks ladies for inviting us to be part of this super fun challenge. So we were challenged to find an inspiration piece that was, shall we say, more than we want to spend and recreate it on the cheap.
Actually, this is our last one that we did for the last one.
Yeah.
Came out really cool.
So I found this really cool door round because we've been a little obsessed with them lately. And I knew instantly that I could recreate it. Well, actually, the husband can recreate it because figuring out the pattern of it was making my logic circuits fry. So if you enjoy this project or idea, give us a thumbs up so we know to create more videos like this. And while you're watching, please consider subscribing.
Also, the links will be down below for the playlist and for both of their channels. So be sure to check them out. Go check the playlist out. There'll be a lot of people doing some really cool stuff.
Let's do the thing.
Let's do the thing. Okay, guys. So we normally we'll just take a project and we'll try it with you. We'll screw it up and then we'll show you how we screwed it up so you guys can avoid it. But on this one, we did a little practicing just to make sure we could get everything lined out the way we wanted. So the first thing, I gotta have a pencil.
This is the extent of my assistance for this portion. Here's your pencil, husband.
I was wondering where it went. Okay. So guys, we did the whole video explaining in detail how to make all the lines and the pattern and how everything should go, what angles to use, how to find your center. It was really long. So we're gonna probably skip that part and we'll just get on to the painting. But if you guys are interested, we're gonna put together a video of how to actually do it, how to set everything up and do the layout on it and whatnot.
So subscribe and hit the bell so you know when that pops up,
Yeah.
because we're gonna do it soon.
Right.
Because it is interesting information, but it's kind of a snooze fest unless you really want to remake one of these.
So if it's something you want to learn and something you want to make sure to come back and check it out. So we'll get on to the paint and the stain and we'll get this thing looking pretty.
Yes, please.
All right, so that is our layout. And I'm kind of hogging. I just realized everything over here.
You and your ruler pushed me out of.
So now that part's done, we're on to the color, and I'm going to turn it back over to her because I don't do color well.
Yes. I actually really like the pattern as it was in the picture. So I'm going to actually just write in these very lightly what color I want. I want to do the light brown, the little baby L's. So then I want black, which will be this one, this one, this one, this one. Okay.
Okay, now that we got our color pattern all laid out, we got to start doing some taping. And I did a little bit of practice with the taping, but I didn't go crazy with it. So you may see some screw ups in here. So we'll go through and get some taping. Okay, so we got everything taped off real quick. All we did is just tape the diamonds that are outside of the ones we wanted to go. And we're going to do the black first. Jamie's going to mix us up a custom color for the blackish, brownish color.
I'm going to kick the husband out a little bit.
I'm moving.
So I've got brown, bark, and then black velvet.
And then, sorry. Y'all don't need to hear me sing.
Then I'm going to add just some distilled water to wet it down and turn it into a stain.
Then we go finger paint it?
Maybe not. So normally I am very, very confident in my color choices and like to inform husband that he might not be making the correct one. But We have been really excited about this project for a while.
Yeah, we have.
So this is our testing for the colors, for the lines, for the everything. And yeah, it's...
We just wanted to make sure it came out right. We've been really excited to do it, so...
Yeah.
Figured we'd show you our little testing prep panel.
Our little secret.
We just tested this color.
Yeah, well, not only the color, but we tested the paintbrush because I was fairly certain that it would come out the way I wanted, but, you know, you get one shot with a stain.
Really dry brushing.
Yep. Trying to be careful and cognizant of the lines of the paint tape, too.
That came out freaking cool.
Mm-hmm.
The wood grain showing through there looks awesome. We want to give the people a cool view over there on our side view camera.
Ooh.
Ooh. You can see the wood grain through it still pretty good. And the light parts of it pop right out of the black, brown, gray, that color. So, I don't know what we would call it.
I was thinking like brown, but that's a
Brown.
terrible word. It's not a
Brown is awesome. So we're gonna leave the because she hates
Brack.
brown.
Brack.
Brack. Brack's
the
the
better
ticket. Got to be Brack. I don't know if that's a good one or not, but
I like it.
all right. So we're gonna retape off. What are we gonna tape off next? Oh, so we tape
The
off
light?
white? No, we tape white
The
off,
white.
and then we do the light. So we'll get that all taped off and show you the white. That's a lot of taping and a lot of cutting. But once you figure it out, kind of getting a little rhythm, it worked pretty well. So this is still light, but all these spots are the white. So we just got to go through, white those out, let it dry, probably 2 coats, get a good white coat on it.
We're just gonna use regular old acrylic craft paint.
Yep,
'Cause
a little apple barrel.
why not?
So we will get to painting. We got that one taped and painted. Well, got it painted and detaped. Removed the tape anyway.
More tape and untape.
Yeah.
More tape.
So, and actually, we have one more tape. One more time. Sorry. So we'll go through, get this taped off again, and we're actually going to use... Nope, that's the wrong wax. We're going to use a little bit of the dark wax on here to give it a lighter brownish stain color.
We need something in between this and this.
So, okay.
Which we actually discussed off camera. Would have been a whole lot smarter for us to stain the whole board the lightest stain color that we want.
Then just go back through and do this, because we'd be done.
It would eliminate one level of taping.
A large step. So I will get the taping, and we'll be back here in a second.
That turned out pretty darn cool. We're only missing one thing.
Just one?
Many of one.
Oh. I don't know how many we're missing. I just said that to mess with her.
So if you look at the original picture, bing, you can see it looks like it was put together with a bunch of these little rhombuses. We clearly did not do that. So we're going to fake it.
Rhombus? Rhombi.
Rhombuses.
Rhombuses?
It's like rhinoceroses.
Rhinoceroses? Squirrel.
Yeah. Anywho, that one was not my fault. I am just literally going to use a pencil and put pencil marks on. I'm not going to do, like, this is a very, very fine tip pencil. I'm not going to do super heavy. I'm probably not even going to do solid lines. Because if you put together all of the pieces and then painted over them, the paint would naturally seep
You'd
into
lose.
the cracks.
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna do.
Almost like a weathered line.
Sure.
Sure.
Yes. Head warning. Whoa.
See? Yeah, and you can just barely.
See,
you
you
guys
can't
can't
even
even
see
barely.
it.
It's just barely there.
We'll get you a zoom in later. Now you can't see it real well on the camera, but we got all the pencil lines drawn in, and it definitely looks like you joined a bunch of pieces of wood together.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, and it was a whole lot easier than joining a bunch of pieces of wood together.
Gives it a little dimension too with all the different pieces and whatnot.
Yeah.
So.
And the only thing left is to figure out a way to hang it.
Make it hangable.
Yeah. So I had this idea. We're gonna set that aside for just a minute. Got this. The sad thing is it's only this long because Jamie didn't read the package. Let's be honest. That's really why it happened. But I thought it went well. It's just fake leather. So I need, pardon my head. I'm gonna use, I don't know what this is actually called. I call it a seamstress thingy because it's for fabric. But it's also super handy for going around these to see how much I need.
So I was gonna say, are you going around, or are you gonna make a hanger like?
We're essentially gonna do this.
Okay, that's what I meant. Yeah, make like an up
Yeah.
hanger.
So it's about 42 inches.
So 21.
This is
Okay. Well, let's pop this over here and do some cutting.
I'm gonna
That's
need
the only bad thing about those is they take forever to reel back up.
I need 20 minutes to put my tape back together, please. All right. So we have to match these or meet these in the bottom. Luckily for us, we have a center point.
We didn't cut this down, but you know what we ought to do? We ought to make a little knot for the top for the hanger.
Okay.
Tie a fancy knot or fancy bow?
Oh. Well, I don't know about that.
A fancy knot, not a bow.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't really know how to do fancy either. Fancy knots. Do you know how to do fancy knots?
I was just calling it fancy. I was just going to knot the darn thing.
Apparently
You're
I
blowing
called
me
you
out
off.
here. I was just trying.
Do you, like, literally just want to knot it?
How to knot
A knot?
a knot.
Not a knot.
I don't know. I didn't really plan this out. We could just... Can I do that? And then you have a couple frilly bows hanging out.
You want to have them anyway, because if it decides to tighten itself down with gravity, you got to give it somewhere to go.
Look at you. You know what I should try and do? There. That way when it tightens, they're facing the right way. Inside to the inside and outside to outside. See? Don't you guys think that's a fancy knot?
Super fancy, babe.
It looks kind of like a tie from that direction.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm okay with that. I don't hate it.
You don't hate it? That's because I did it. I'm like a super fancy kind of person.
You are a professional maker of things I like.
I was wondering where you're going to go with that.
You make me pancakes.
I do make you pancakes. I don't think she's ever made a pancake her entire life.
I have not.
And she likes them a lot.
I do.
All right, enough of our pancakes. Let's get the glue in.
Squirrel!
Squirrel! I'm gonna do the gluing,
Oh,
which
God.
means there'll be stringers. Here we
Can't
go.
watch.
Might even glue the round to the table because that big glob just came out there. Okay, gotta do it quick before it dries. Oh, it's definitely gonna be glued to the table.
Glued to the table.
Hot glue. Not to the table. Right about there. Oh, there's a big stringer. Did you see it?
I did.
I cannot hot glue without getting stringers. I don't know what it is. You want to do your side so I don't have to reach over you? Oh, look at the stringers. Glue it.
I'm still cleaning myself off of your stringer.
Oh, there'll be more stringers. Don't you worry.
Sure
I've seen you glue before.
Yep, I do so nicely and carefully.
I'm not kidding. It's going to the table.
Help!
There it goes.
Jesus.
Oh, that was funny.
Husband.
Keeps it nice and flat.
Yep. That's exactly what happens. I was going to say it's really hard to do this with it on the table.
You mean the way I did it?
Yeah. I take back all the mean words I said to you.
Oh, and that's on tape. I have it.
Well, about it getting glued to
Now
the
she's
table.
hinging her bets. Okay, so one little quick note. If you guys are going to hang them outside, make sure you put something other than hot glue, whether it be like the E6000, some other adhesive. We normally I have some upholstery staples that I usually stick in the bottoms here, just so the glue can't come loose. And you know what I'll do? I'll switch this over here, and we can show everybody. Oh, Jamie holds today.
Because it's pretty.
So, that is our project. It came out pretty cool. We really like these geometric rounds. We're going to have a couple more of them come. So, if you liked it, hang out. Hit the subscribe, and actually we have the tutorial coming. If you want to see how to actually lay everything out, we're going to put that tutorial together for you, so be sure to check it out. And be sure to head over to Christy Creates and
Megan at the Crafty Quinn. You have to say that slowly.
they'll be linked below their channels. And check out the playlist too, because I'm sure there's going to be some really cool stuff in there. But thanks for coming to hang out with us. Be sure to check the bloopers out coming up next.
Oh, yes. Bye.
Again. Me. What's the vocal warm up? That's duck face.
Was it tip of the teeth and top of the tongue?
What now?
Top of the teeth and tip of the tongue? Something like that.
Tip of the teeth and top of the tongue?
It warms up your tongue.
Tip of the teeth and top of the tongue? I don't know about all that.
So, this goes in the blooper reel.
Uh-oh.
We gotta tell the people that the reason that I'm doing all the talking on the beginning of this one, which is very unnormal.
Unnormal?
Yeah.
Okay.
I picked that on purpose. Is cousin, I cannot brain this. I tried.
Geometry is not Jamie's
Nope.
strong suit. Not that it's mine either, but it's slightly more.
I can algebra all day long. I cannot geometry. Tongues are a muscle, so I mean, I suppose, but I don't think mine ever cools down.
I was going to say, you don't shut up long enough. I know she doesn't talk. I do a lot of talking in the videos, but oh my God, not in the videos. This one's yob.
I don't talk much on the videos because I squirrel and I ramble and I tell you every story I know. So
Here's a little inside information for you. So when she's starting to squirrel and ramble, if you see my arm do this, I'm squeezing her leg to get her to shut up. I edit that mostly out, but
little behind the
little
scenes
behind the
for ya.
scenes for you. Oh my goodness.